back to another episode of the GameDay Squad Rugby League show. Josh, what a week it was, or what a weekend rather. Magic round, we're back, touchdown in Sydney, and honestly, I'm still catching up on sleep.
Me too, but it was a great round, went well. Our teams didn't go well, but our squads. But yeah, they just, amazing round of footy.
Yeah, amazing round of footy. Great catching up with so many people. Well, we got recognised a fair bit from the content that we do. We did a bit of game day content as well. Gave away a fair few game day cards. Jeez, there were so many people walking through. That was awesome. So hopefully some more sign-ups and we keep the competition going. But as Josh said, our teams didn't go well, but our squads... Look, Josh's squad went well. My squad didn't go well. My team Roosters didn't go well. And my squad... Josh, can't lie to you.
Tell me.
Rank 141. Score 806. Is it 6'5"?
It's 6'5". Rank 93.
Wow.
Score of 920.
Okay, so your team got the loss, but your squad got the win over me.
Yes, and it looks like I'm back in the winning circle.
Yeah, long time coming, mate.
Where I want to be.
Welcome back.
Oh, yeah, I don't need
Welcome
it.
back.
I'm back. I'm better. I'll be winning a few in a row here.
Well, I hope so for your case because you were off to a flyer. But yeah, rank 141, score 806. I enjoyed Magic Round so much. I thought my squad was ready, but clearly it wasn't. I don't know. I got nothing to say.
Now, I'll take the win and on to the next round. That's what's so good about this app, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just more disappointed because I was just up for so long. What did I win? 4 or 5 in a row?
Yeah, I think you won 4 in a row.
Yeah, so my strike was good. We'll move on to strike spare misses just so Josh doesn't gloat too much. Hines, 74, performed well up against my team. Look, my team, I feel like we played as good as Sharks, if not better, but we still didn't get the job done. But from a game day perspective, only my squad matters. And I had Nico in there. He did well. And really, no one else can play in the halves for the Blues or take that 7 jersey. Unless, for some reason, they give the 7 jersey to Luai. I believe that Hines would be 6. But
you assume so.
Yeah, either way, 6 or 7 doesn't matter for me. He's got to be in the halves for the Blues because he did this against, and I'm not going to sit here and say that the Roosters are the greatest team because honestly, Sharks are on top of the comp right now. I know when Penrith get Cleary back, they'll probably jump back to the top. But to beat us when we're in such good form, to concede 30 points and to still come out on top, like the way he directed the team around, he made an error early kicking the ball out on the full. I think kicked the ball dead, but he still managed to set up tries and kick an accidental 40-20, it looked like. Like he just, points happen because plays happen around him.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's going to be a strike for many people.
Well, yeah, I think the good thing about Nico is he plays left and right. And we even see Cleary struggle to play left and right, where we saw it very well from Cleary in the grand final, where he's obviously scored the winning try coming on the left side of the field. But something that Nico is really good at is playing, especially in that game, he played more left side as a right side player.
Yeah, he did.
So he knew where the holes were and he just kept attacking it. So it was very structured by him and the team just went around him. That's pretty much what we want from your halfback.
But it's crazy how they were able to do that after beating the Storm last week in Melbourne without him. And yeah, he came back and then still the game plan shifted to just focus around him, but everyone still executed. Honestly, I don't want to be here talking up the Sharks for the whole episode, but it's like, I don't know, we can't go as far as saying they can win without him all the time. We don't know that yet.
Yeah.
But then he slots back in and he does that.
Yeah, ever since Trindle's been out, he's just taken that team and now it's his team again. Like I feel like the last 3 weeks he's played. It's been incredible. And it just looks like I have to back the Sharks every time they play.
Yeah, well, tough one against Penrith this week, but we'll see how that goes. Who was your strike and did your strike score more than Nico's 74?
Oh yeah, I've got 2 players here.
I'll let this one slide because
2 players here. We can clip this up, mate. We can clip this up. Cobbo 79, Latrell Mitchell 95.
95 Latrell.
Latrell Mitchell 95. These 2 players combined with a total tackle breaks of 21. Incredible stats. 2 big humans. And when they have the footy in their hands, as we saw on the weekend, the Magic Round, it was magical.
Yeah.
Left, right,
Good night.
good night, because those two.
Even down the middle, Latrell's try. How many tackle breaks
Man,
was that?
I saw the points coming through the roof after that try.
You knew you had the win from that point, you reckon?
I think I knew.
Last game
I
Saturday?
I knew I had it. When I was watching Cobo fly down the wing, take intercepts, those two players are incredible to watch. They're freaks.
They're both Indigenous freaks, and it's Indigenous round.
And so there's no doubt that both those strikes could definitely be another strike.
Well, I'll move on to spare, and it's my boy Teddy. I haven't played him every week this year.
Yeah.
But he scored 55. He's been doing a bit better. A hard matchup against the Sharks, but what I had was Reece Walsh, and I thought he was going to light up Magic Round. But unfortunately, he was the last superstar to be ruled out of Magic Round, so a bit unfortunate there. So I was forced to play Teddy, to be honest with you, but I still scored 55, so that's why I've given him my spare.
Yeah.
And the Roosters just keep attacking. Like, even though we scored 30 points, if that happens again against Canberra, I think Teddy gets more active as well.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to get the ball in his hands a bit more now, so it's positive for owners.
And he's still playing for that Origin spot.
Yeah.
Origin's in, by the time this comes out, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Literally 2 weeks.
Yeah, so... And that means that this game actually just clicked as well. It's obviously Indigenous round, super important round for the NRL, but also it's the last audition for Origin.
Yeah.
Because you play this week and then you get picked next week, right? No one after this weekend, you get picked on the Monday.
Correct.
So, big week coming. Who was your spare?
My spare was Luki with a score of 38.
That's a spare?
Yeah, it was a spare, 38. Yeah, because I didn't really have many low-scoring players, so he kind of just fell middle of the team. Everyone else scored pretty well, so it was positive. The Cowboys played well. I thought he would score a bit more with all the attacking plays they had. So he's probably going to have to fall out of the squad this week, probably, because there's too many players, especially in that position where they're scoring tries. Yeah. As we saw from Hudson Young against the Bulldogs, he just
tore you guys up.
He scored a lot of points.
I'm worried for him this week.
Yeah, so when you have a player like that playing so well, how can you not bring him into your squad? But yeah, Lukey has to fall out just for a player who scores a few more points and can get his hands on the ball a bit more on that edge.
Fair enough. I got my miss, and it's someone who I was just talking about from a matchup perspective last week on last week's episode. I was like, you got to make sure you get this guy in your squad. Easy matchup. I'll be playing him. Bradman Best.
Yeah,
unfortunately jinxed him. I jinxed the last one with the prediction of Hines and Cleary, and then last week I just gloat about Bradman, and then he goes out after halftime. He scored 16. He was injured. I played him purely because of the matchup.
Yeah.
Do I just not pick anyone to be on the radar this week?
Like, I don't think you should with your record.
Like, I'm just cursing players, and honestly, Bradman Best, I feel like he was going to get that Origin spot.
Yeah, I think he had it in the bag, but obviously, as it always is every year, there's injury clouds around the New South Wales players.
Unfortunately, there's just more this year for both sides, but particularly New South Wales. But that just impacted my squad, which is a bit disappointing because I feel like if I had a strike centre who was able to score over 50 points, I may have been a bit closer to you. But it is what it is. Here's my miss, and it does come because of injury, not because of pure performance. So, rest up, Bradman.
All the best.
Nice pun there, mate. Who's yours?
My miss from a Queensland squad, Nicarima. Was forced to play him.
But he's been playing so good. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I just don't know. Even with a convincing win, they played well in the halves, number 6. Just not enough. I think he just more of a ball player, doesn't run the ball much.
Yeah.
Nicarima. And it was a forced play because a few players are out. A lot of players in the halves are out.
Well, they scored 4 tries.
Yeah.
2 or 3 of them were just from the hammer runaway tries, right?
Yeah. Just long distance tries.
So Nicarima can't get involved attacking wise. And what's he going to do defensively? Make 20 odd tackles?
I think he missed a few tackles. So
25
points. That's a miss for me. I'm actually going to have to be forced to play him again this week because we lost Munster and Sean Johnson's still out. So
it's tough.
My 2 key halves in my bank out.
Well, that's exactly what I love to hear. Not for the players. I wish them a speedy recovery, but I don't wish Josh's team to perform any better. In saying that, we shall move on to On the Radar, where you wouldn't think this would come from me. You wouldn't think I'd pick someone from this team to be on the radar.
Who you got?
Could you guess? I mean, used to be a set and forget in the origin lineup for the Blues, but I don't think he'll be in the squad this year at all. To be honest with you, can you guess who it is? Someone from South?
Oh, that's John Mitchell.
No.
Oof. Ooh. Oh, Cook.
It's Damien Cook. He scored 64. Hookers have been hard to pick this season. We've spoken about it week in, week out. I went with Robson and I haven't been, every time I've gone with Robson, I haven't been super disappointed, to be honest. He's been doing a decent job. But Damien Cook scored 64 points. South still haven't got that win that they're after. And honestly, Indigenous round, they've got so many Indigenous players. I'm sure they'll turn up this week. New halves combination. I think Cookie will be giving them some great ball. And then just as Para expected the halves to get all the ball, I think Cookie can dart out a dummy half and, give it to some of the big boppers beside him and hopefully get some attacking stats through line break assists and try assists. Could even go through and score himself because I feel like he's been playing better footy. And it's just, look, it's tough time for Souths, but he's like, I'm a leader of this club and if we need to pull ourselves out of this crap, I've got to be the one that does it. It's not everything's about Latrell. So
well, I think the halves changing, will make a big difference.
They got Jackie Boy at 6,
So
Cody 7.
He has a bit more danger on his left and right, so...
I'm going, look, I can't stand the club, right? I'm going with him on my radar, and I'm going to go ahead and tip South this week too.
Wow. And
So
they need to win. Really.
Yeah. The question is, like, can he do this every week? We're not sure. So that's why he's on my radar.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I think it's a good pick. My radar, Jack DeBellin.
JDB.
I just think the most consistent player of the Dragons.
Honestly,
has to be.
The way he tackles is so good. It's him and Jake Trebojevic. Like, they're just textbook.
They just don't care about their bodies, to be honest. They just put their body where it needs to be, and then.
But their tackles are more often than not so effective.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they slow down the ruck. Good tackles get plays on the back foot. But DeBellin, even when during the times when they were struggling, the Dragons 3 years ago, really bad. He just was the best player every week.
Yeah, he was.
And he turned up every week and he played hard. So a player like that, who also gets the hands on the ball, doesn't miss many tackles.
He doesn't, no. And he makes a lot. But I'm pretty sure Flanagan's been rotating the bench around. The bench rotations have changed a couple times. I don't know how many minutes he's going to get.
That's why the radar, I'd watch out against my Bulldogs, see how he goes there, see how he is with the positions. But I think...
Coming off a bye as well.
He has to be a starter. I think he has to be a starter. He's one of the best players and one of the most experienced in the squad. Obviously, they've re-signed Sua.
That's a big re-signing.
It's a big re-signing for them. I think we'll see in the next couple of weeks their position's pretty much locked down.
Well, with a player like him, like matchup wise, you're not expecting him to we're versing the Bulldogs or we're versing any team really. Like, they're gonna tear up. It's more like you're gonna be stuck in the middle. You're going to get through your tackles. That's how you get in my points.
Yeah, Dragons aren't going to blow out any team. So that they're making tackles. So he's making 30 tackles a game, 25 tackles, plus his meters gained. He loves the offload.
Man, DeBellin sometimes, if he's not off the bench, he's making 50 tackles a game.
Yeah, he can.
So, fair enough.
Yeah.
Onto the transfer market, Josh. You called this player earlier, and then you said that he was your strike. It is Latrell Mitchell, and like I said, this will probably be my last time talking about Souths. I hope, because I don't want to be harping on about him. But he was on my radar last week, as we spoke about. And the one thing that we did question was his ability.
Yeah.
I think I was saying that he can back it up, he can do it again, and it's funny because he's your strike, but I think you were questioning. You're like, he scored 2 tries and only scored 60 game day points or something. But we'd seen him back it up, and what'd you say? Almost got 100.
Yeah, 94.
Yeah, so on my radar last week, he scored... Oh, did you play a special card, right?
No, it's a bronze card.
Oh, it's a bronze card?
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, definitely on the transfer market. I've got to get him in. As it stands, I don't have him in my squad just purely because I don't have him. Yeah. But if I was to go out and buy someone, I'd be buying Latrell this week, to be honest.
Mate, if I was you, I'd get him.
Yeah, it's tough because right now I think I'm playing a silver Teddy and a bronze Drinkwater.
Yeah.
But I think Drinkwater's got an easy matchup. And then Teddy, I'm just playing because Could play Walsh.
Good. If he's in.
Latrell, he looks to be a buy.
Yeah, he does. Well, he is.
Yeah. Who have you got, Josh?
For me, Matt Burton.
Okay.
In form. In form right now. Might not look that way with the Doggies' performances, but
Definitely not.
he's just doing his job and he's scoring points. So I think just watch out, see how, obviously we have to wait for Origin. He might get selected. So if you have him for this week, next week, and then obviously if he does get selected, you miss out on him. But honestly, if you have the room with a lot of halves injured, there's not many to choose from.
A lot of halves injured, playing for an Origin spot.
Goal kicker,
yeah. Not the hardest matchup. Like, let's be real. I want to check the ladder right now as you're talking because I think it's pretty even.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty even matchup. I think it's a game where Matt Burton can star in, and
it's 9 versus 11. They've got one win on top of you guys.
Yeah.
So
I think it will come down to a Matt Burton just running this team around again. We've seen Hutchinson not really doing much. It's pretty much Burton playing 6 and the 7 at the same time, which is, you know, if Sexton gets into the squad, Burton's even better.
Where's the Burton bombs been, Josh?
I think he just has to play a safe role now because he is playing the halfback role now. He's not just playing a floating 6 where he can do whatever he wants. It's more of a structural play now.
I miss them. And I hope he gets picked in Origin and we see them because honestly, how many people can catch him? Like,
it's true. Well, I think they're just working on him just becoming a structural half, maybe one day become a 7. And then obviously we could maybe see Blake Taff in the number 6 role or Connor Tracy. So let's see.
Let's see what happens for the Dogs. But definitely I've got another Bulldog here on my my transfer market, on my notes here because we love this guy so much. We always speak about him, Jacob Carraz.
Yeah.
Now, he's not in my squad. That's why he's on the transfer market. He scored 66 points. If you don't have him, just get him.
Yeah.
Because realistically, we always speak about the effort areas of the game. We always say tackle breaks get you a lot of points and it's all these attacking stats, but then you can't mess up defensively either, right? Carraz doesn't mess up. Like, it's very rare that he makes errors. Very rare that he gives away penalties. You don't see him missing tackles out on the wing week in, week out. And he's a try scorer. And if he's not try scoring, he's bending that line every run he takes.
Every run.
So you want someone who works hard week in, week out. You get worried about all these injuries coming through and like difficult matchups, or you predict things are going to go a certain way and then they don't go a certain way. Why not have Carraz in there as a staple? Definitely someone I want to buy because you think he might have a difficult matchup and then boom, he just gets over 60 points.
Yeah, well, don't forget, he had a potential try assist offload.
Yeah, if Preston catches that ball, it's
pretty much over. And
try assist.
That's 70+ point game.
Yeah.
That's incredible stats. Base stats.
Carraz is crazy, man. So yeah, he's the second one I got there. Just wanted to give an extra there. But yeah, you want to move into answering a fan question?
Let's do it.
We've got 2 fan questions this week. I think some Magic Round people were maybe just resting and recovering.
Yeah.
Didn't get too many of them. All right. Who do we play? I got to play 2 out of these. Val Holmes, Joey Manu, Zach Lomax, or Cooler. So you're going to play 2. You've got Holmes, Manu, Lomax, Cooler. So Lomax has the Dogs, Manu has the Roosters, Cooler has Melbourne, and Val has Tigers.
I think you locked down Val Holmes, kicker.
Against Tigers who concede points.
Last one.
Manu, Lomax, Cooler.
It's hard. You'd have to go Lomax off a bye. Rest it up. Looking for that position in the Origin. Probably got a call saying if you keep going. I mean, obviously, Baron Best is out now. So, playing for a position, he might be fighting for it. Playing for more than just the Dragons.
It's hard. I was forced to play Cooler last week, and he scored all right.
Yeah, it's just how consistent can he be at the back when the whole game plans around Tommy? It's tough. But I'd say Lomax and Holmes, 2 goal kickers.
You don't think...
I'll be playing them too.
You don't think Joe Manu?
No, just... Yeah, I mean, he obviously tackle breaks. He has them.
Setting up Dom Young outside him.
But I think I've just seen maybe a few too many errors on that, trying to spread the ball out.
Yeah.
Where it's costing him a few points. But
I think Lomax, if he's named on the wing, right? If he stays on the wing, play him. If they move him to centre last minute, I don't like his chances at centre. I feel like he doesn't get involved enough, and that's where he tends to make more errors.
Yeah.
I'd switch to Manu.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have to agree with the two you've got. The second question is, with all the halves out at the moment, if you're picking 3, who would you pick? Because obviously you've got that bench spot as well. So I assume this is such an open-ended question that I assume you've got the luxury of picking literally anyone.
I can give you who I'm playing.
So you can, give us who you're playing. I'll do the same.
I've got a silver Sam Walker. I've got a bronze Dylan Brown. And I'm playing Cody Walker.
Cody.
Force played Cody. First game at halfback. Probably in his career, if I'm mistaken. Probably in his career ever playing halfback. Don't remember seeing number 7 on his back.
Wishart.
Cody.
Oh, Cody. Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying Wishart.
Cody Walker. A 7 on his back. So
yeah, I don't think I've seen that.
We don't know how it will go, but I'm risking it.
You got to risk it to get the biscuit sometimes.
So,
I've gone with...
Mine.
Oh, that was all your 3, right?
Yeah.
I was so excited to say mine. That's why I cut you off. I've gone with Wishart, the ever reliable Nico Hines, and Matt Burton, who Josh was talking about earlier. So Burton's got a big matchup, playing for an origin spot, a goal kicker. Hines, obviously the GOAT in his position, points-wise, I'd say, goal kicker as well. And then you've got Wishart, who, if you want to have a look at his stats, last 2 games he scored 73 and 48.
Now moving to 6.
Will be changes, because he's at 6, but I still think he gets involved.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think you'd assume so.
You would assume so. It's tough.
It is tough with the injuries now.
Injuries are...
Say about 6 or 7 halfbacks injured right now.
I was going to play Ezra Mam as a bit of a pod because you got the Titans, and I know they like to leak points, and Broncos very attacking, but he just misses too many tackles and silly errors. Like I'd rather go with Wishart, who I feel like Bellamy's drilled into him. Like, hey mate, this is how you need to play.
Yeah. So
I've gone with that.
That's good picks.
They're the fan questions done and dusted for another week. Please DM us, comment, put it on the Discord. You know where to put it, guys.
That's right.
Now, Josh, before we get into Stats Don't Lie, do you have a prediction for the week? Because I've got one that I feel like you are going to agree with rather than disagree with for once.
My prediction this week is for Latrell Mitchell to top score in game day.
That's bold. I've gone with Latrell and Carraz to both score over 70.
Oh, there you go.
Well, we're on the same page. Life's good. As long as Josh doesn't make it 6-6, life's good. But we'll move into Stats Don't Lie. You're going to bless us with any stats, Josh?
Yeah, I've got one.
You got one?
I've got one.
Yeah?
Para have never won.
Without Brad Arthur as coach.
Correct. They have won.
since he's been coaching.
Since he's been coaching. So
you're saying Souths win?
That makes your decision even harder, really. But Souths to win.
So Josh is a Para hater. As a Dogs fan, if you guys didn't know, I'm surprised he didn't put the Dogs hat on. I don't even know why he's here after that loss. Didn't we make that rule last time? I apologise, I've been here for the whole episode that the hat can't be up if the Dogs have lost, honestly. Josh, what are we thinking there? But, that's a fair enough stat because I've got a stat about the Eels game. The last 3 games against the Eels, Rabbits have averaged 30 points per game. Averaged 30 points scored per game, right? You're saying Para's lost their head coach, Brad Arthur, right? Apologies, Brad. The day before his 50th birthday. Happy birthday. Now, with Para losing their head coach, South's looking for a win. It being an Indigenous round, which I apologise for mentioning 10 times already.
Yeah.
Do we see them scoring 30 points again? I know they're last on the ladder, but do we see it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so the Stats Don't Lie points-wise. Get some South Sydney attacking players in there. That's why I'm worried about Josh's squad having Cody and Latrell in there. So I've got to look to fix mine up. Now, the last 5 games against the Titans, the Broncos have averaged 28 points put against them. Now, they've got a really, really good record against the Titans, but in their last meeting, they were actually... Reece Walsh had a night to forget and they ended up losing. They ended up losing to the Titans for the first time in forever. It's a bounce-back game, this game, that probably is still in their mind, I'd say. Obviously, they went on to make the grand final and had a great season, but I don't think you forget when you come to verse an opponent in first grade. I think you really look back on your last meeting and then everything that they've been doing in the video sessions, right? But you don't forget this. Broncos averaging 28 points against them without Adam Reynolds, but with Reece Walsh back. Do you see them scoring big?
Yeah, I see. It's going to be it's tough, man. I assume they would, but you never know.
The Titans are due a win, and they should have won that game against Knights.
Yeah, they're a bit fired up after last week. It depends how they come out. They've lost Aaron Shoop. A bit of negativity in the camp for that.
Probably, yeah. They've got this young guy, Tony Francis, making his debut.
Yeah, I just think Walsh returns. How can you go against it? It's kind of like Nico Hines returning for Sharks.
Yeah.
A bit of spark. And, attacking players there, just going to have... They probably will have a field day once they get started.
Yeah, so...
Look for Cobbo, mate.
Just on matchups then this week, who do you think... What team do you target to build your squad around? Like, if I just show you the matchups at glance here, because we've gone through it already, I'd personally go with Cowboys and...
Cowboys,
and South Broncos.
Broncos. Well, and even if you have some pods on you in the Warriors, like, we saw they could just score.
Yeah, I've got to a piggy actually. Yeah, well, I could play him.
There's players that are there that can just play a great game. Just do their job and might be lucky and just beat a few other game day players who just don't have them in their squad.
Fair enough. Well, best of luck this week, everyone. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Check out our stuff at SportsShedTV as well. And hope everyone enjoyed Magic Round, those who went, those who watched from home. And best of luck with the upcoming round, Indigenous round. Let's go get it. Origins around the corner.
See ya.